Haribo, the makers of the Gold Bear, were about to receive the greatest free advert in cycling history. After sprinting to victory, Peter Sagan ate a handful of gummies from that iconic gold bag. The internet went crazy.
Is there something special about these gummy bears? Can they give you cycling superpowers?
In order to understand the secrets of the gummy bear, we have to become the gummy bear as it enters your digestive system. And boy, oh boy, does your digestive system like it. Gummy bears are 75% carbs, and most of those come in the form of glucose, fructose, and dextrose, 3 sugars that your body will happily convert into glycogen, which is kind of like a super fuel for your body. You may remember from school your body uses a combination of fats and carbs to fuel itself. I know we've been told that those are the bad guys by every diet since the 1980s, but the truth is you need them to live. And if you're a cyclist, you need them to keep doing what you love, posting your rides on Strava. Fats, in particular, have gotten a bad rap compared to carbs, but they're a super dense fuel source. Gram for gram, they contain about twice the energy of carbs. That's probably why our bodies love to collect fats. In fact, our bodies collect so much fat that even if you have a super low body fat percentage, let's say like 6%, you weigh 70 kilograms, that's 4,200 grams of fat. Congratulations. That's a potential of 37,800 calories of fuel. To put that in context, a marathon burns about 2,500 calories.
Theoretically, you have enough fuel in your body right now, this second, to go run a marathon or a 100-mile bike ride. But don't do that because things get tricky once you start ramping up the effort.
As you increase your exercise intensity, your body begins to shift to carbs rather than fats as the primary fuel source. This might be why our bodies love sugar so much. Remember, those carbs from sugar can easily be converted to glycogen, the quick-burning superfuel, perfect for high-intensity exercise, like a bike race.
Gummy fact, from 1994 to 2006, Haribo sponsored the French Road Cycling Cup. And the trophy for the winner, get this, was his body weight in Haribo Gold Bears. I scoured the internet. I tried to find a picture and I could not find one. So I've come to one of two conclusions. Either it is a lie or, and this is what I choose to believe, it was a sight so beautiful, no earthly camera could capture it.
If glycogen is the super fuel that lets us ride super fast at high intensities, why don't we just load up on gummy bears the entire ride and drop everyone as we zoom into the sunset? Well, there are 2 problems with glycogen. Number 1, we can only store about 500 grams of it at a given time. Around 100 grams are in the liver and another 400 in your muscles. That gives you a potential of about 2,000 calories. It's not enough for a marathon. If you're riding along really hard and you deplete your glycogen stores, well, you're going to end up bonking. That's a cyclist term for hitting the wall, where you suddenly don't have enough energy to turn the pedals anymore. Runners also have a term for it. They call it hitting the wall. Good job, runners. This isn't just being tired. Hitting the wall or bonking, it's not pretty. You see, your body needs glycogen for more than just cycling or running. Your brain literally needs it to function. So when your glycogen stores get low, your body protects itself and basically says, no, we're done. We're not going any further.
Now, the way to avoid bonking is to fuel your ride as you're riding. These are full of carbs. Thank you, friends. This is a short race. I don't really need the fuel. I just wanted to illustrate a point. Also, the gummies are good.
They are really good, but that leads us to a second problem. Your body can only absorb about 60 grams of carbs per hour. It varies based on a lot of factors like your body size, your digestive tract, etc. But the important takeaway is this. If you're working at a high intensity above your threshold, you can't take in the carbs and process them fast enough to replenish your glycogen stores. But just because you can't top off the fuel tank doesn't mean you shouldn't add a little fuel as you go. Also, you could just slow down a bit to decrease your glycogen consumption to a sustainable level, but sometimes you're racing the other people on the bike path who don't know that you're racing them. As a general rule of thumb, when I'm on longer rides, I try to take in about 60 grams of carbs every hour. Now, I'm not a nutritionist. You should do your own research.
Coming into the final lap, we'll see if I have enough energy to finish strong. Because I'm over my threshold right now, every pedal stroke is depleting my glycogen stores. I'd talk more, but I gotta focus right now.
While Race Mitch suffers on the final lap, I want to return to the hero of this particular story, the humble gummy bear. Why are these such good fuel? And why did Sagan shovel a pile of them into his face at the end of the race? Hold on one second. First off, again, they're delicious. Let's not ignore that. But Haribo Gold Bears are great in particular because, unlike many lesser gummy bears that only use one form of sugar, often high fructose corn syrup, Gold Bears have 3 forms of sugar: glucose, fructose, and dextrose. That means your body can absorb those sugars quicker. Different sugars use different pathways into the system, so instead of one sugar entering the system through one pathway, there are 3 sugars entering through multiple pathways. And dextrose, in particular, is super good for recovery. It has a high glycemic index, so it's absorbed quickly into the bloodstream, and it can help to pull in nutrients after exercise. So Sagan wasn't just having a treat at the end of his ride, he was replenishing his glycogen stores. Are Haribo Gold Bears the only way to replenish your glycogen stores? No. But I remind you, they're delicious.